Imagine spending 4 years of your life and tens of thousands of dollars on a degree only to graduate with crushing debt and no clear path to a good job. Or worse, what if you trade for something that doesn't pay off? So today we're breaking down the true cost of college and asking the big question, is it worth it? I'm Michelle Ehrlich. I am an educator. I'm an author of two career guides. I am a YouTube channel host and a podcast host with the clearest of intention. I want to get you a better job. I want to get you a high return on investment, high demand career field in the quickest amount of time possible with the least amount of money possible. And when I say you, I'm talking to you high school students. I'm talking to you parents who have the opportunity to guide your children in whatever direction you think is the best. And also to veterans, because I myself am an Army veteran and I like to take care of my own. So we're talking about what is the best fit for you. It's always going to be personal, but I do need to guide you through a couple of different scenarios. So we're going to talk about that right now. So again, we're talking about so much of your life, 4 years and more. If you go for an advanced degree, when we're talking about college, and we're also talking about tens of thousands of dollars on your degree, only to graduate with you're not really sure what the future holds. To really go through what is the student loan debt. Now it's averaging $37,000 per year. And also the competition for college admission. It's tougher than ever because many students are really now questioning the traditional 4-year degree. We need to step back and see, really, is the time and the money well spent or not? We're going to see, does a college degree give you that golden ticket that it used to? Well, it's not like it used to be. As you know, careers are changing with AI, and there are high paying, high demand careers that do not require that degree anymore. So let's go into those just a little bit. We need to talk about, most importantly, time versus money when we're talking about college, right? We want to really see about, is that traditional college degree going to pay off versus a high return on investment certification that you could get from Coursera. I would love to lead you to my link. Go to my description and click on that to see what Coursera is all about. But we have non-traditional pathways that you can get at a fraction of the cost on something with Coursera. But let's go back to college, because I'm not going to just throw it in the garbage. 4 to 6 years of a degree, and there are lots of ways to spend that time and money wisely. Hopefully you are networking the entire time you're in college. Hopefully you are interning and finding people that are like-minded individuals that are equally savvy and smart, that are also in college with you, that you can partner with. So that would be using your college time the wisest. But we are talking about the cost, going back to that, of $100,000 to $200,000, and that's talking about a public school, not even a private school. Then there is the earnings potential, because we can't talk about how much it costs without talking about the possibility for earnings, which Forbes just came out with an article last week saying that it does in fact pay off to get a 4-year degree, saying that $2.5 million of difference between someone with a degree and a non-degree over the course of a lifetime. That is a substantial amount of money. However, we have now certificate programs where you can start with much more than you can start with in a shorter amount of time. So when I talk about Coursera programs that are 6 months to 2 years in length and $3,000 to $15,000, depending on the program, in cybersecurity, data analytics, digital marketing. These are all high demand, high return careers that you can walk away with without a 4-year debt with a much higher on return degree. So there are things to consider between a 4-year degree and working at McDonald's. There is this gray area, and we will call it Coursera for now for these amazing certificates. I will go into others of them in our upcoming programs, but just to reiterate, 4 to 6 years you will be spending in college if that is your path to get to long-term earning potentials like Forbes said last week of more than $2.5 million over somebody with no degree. But you are going to spend $100,000 to $200,000 from a public school to get there, not even mentioning the cost of private schools. However, a certificate program could be 6 months to 2 years, could cost $3,000 to about $15,000, and you will be earning about the same starting salary as somebody with a 4 or 6 year degree. That's a 4-year bachelor's, adding on 2 years for a master's, plus or minus time in college. So here is the thing. Both paths can be valuable, but it's all about your goals and the return on your investment. So college degrees can open doors to long-term earning potential and careers in fields like medicine and law and academia if you want to be a professor. But certifications can fast track you in high-paying, high-demand industries now in a fraction of the time and the cost. So it's not what it used to be. Comparing a 4-year degree to working at McDonald's, it's not so. It's comparing a 4-year degree to a 6-month cybersecurity certificate. You are both walking away starting with similar salaries. So we want to really go into the actionable steps of how you are going to figure it out is going to work for you. So you really want to research your desired field. No one can create that for you. Only you know what are your strengths and weaknesses. So go back and ask yourself, what are your skills? What do you enjoy doing? What type of work environment appeals to you the most? And then go backwards onto sites like ONET or the Bureau of Labor Statistics, BLS, to research the different occupations. If you're looking for occupations with the highest income, you can find them there and go backwards from there. What do you need to do to get into those occupations? If you want to research based on the highest salary in the quickest amount of time, you can do that on those websites too. Then you also want to go to job openings. Postings on platforms like LinkedIn, Indeed, or Glassdoor can give you salary, give you job descriptions, and also tell you what the qualifications are necessary to get into those positions. So again, of course, you can talk to any professional that you know in your desired field. You want to reach out to people always because you want to either in LinkedIn or professional networking groups, career fairs, informational interviews, you can learn firsthand about a job through other people's experience, and you can see if it's going to be a good fit for you. So for example, if you are a registered nurse, so that's what you're interested in, you can research what is the education required. In this case, it would be an associate's or a bachelor's degree in nursing for 2 to 4 years. You can research the median salary. In this case, it's going to be $77,600. You can find that on the Bureau of Labor Statistics, again, BLS. Then you can also see the growth on BLS, that it says it's going to grow 6% registered nurses from 2021 to 2031. Then cybersecurity analyst is another example. You can see that you only need a certificate in cybersecurity in order to get into this type of position, that the median annual salary is $102,600. And also the growth outlook is 35% growth from 21 to 2031. So right here, you can see that uh, you can get into a high growth career without necessarily that 4-year degree. Well, you need to do some more things. Let's talk about then calculating the return on investment. So you want to determine if the time and the money you spend on education or training will pay off in terms of salary and job stability. So how do you do that? Your second step that you want to do is so we mentioned add up the cost for your first step and really see tuition, books, materials for a degree or certificate, the lost income from not being in a career while you're studying full time. Now, this is all money that you need to be calculating to add up, and also your estimated lifetime earnings. Look at the average salary for the job over 30 to 40 years. You can use online salary calculators or data from BLS. And then you also want to compare alternatives. So dividing the total cost of the education by your expected annual salary to see how long it'll take to kind of break even in your field. So, for example, again, if you are getting a college degree in business administration, this will be $120,000 about if you do a 4-year public school. But the salary is 70,000 starting and 2.5 million above somebody without a degree lifetime earnings. So it does pay off to get that 4-year degree, but the initial costs of time and money are high. Whereas a certificate in data analytics, for example, the cost is $6,000 for a 6-month program, but the salary is 70,000 also to start, and you'll be earning about $1.5 million more than somebody without this type of certificate. So it does have an immediate payoff with the salary, lower costs, and the time investment to get a certificate in data analytics. So finally, the last step you want to go through, you do want to consider these kind of high ROI certificates, really because the goal should be to explore short-term programs that lead to high-paying, in-demand careers. How will you do that? You want to search for high-demand fields that is looking for industries with growing job markets like tech, healthcare, renewable energy. You want to use resources, again, like Coursera, LinkedIn Learning, Udemy. I will go through these in greater detail at a later time, but you want to explore these certificate programs. You want to be able to verify this kind of value because the industry should be recognized. The certificates, you need to look into them. You can go to CompTIA Security for IT or NABCEP for renewable energy. But you want to read the reviews and speak to alumni about job placement success. So again, you want to compare the time and the costs because many certificates can be completed in 6 to 12 months through Coursera for only a fraction of the cost, $3,000 to $10,000 or $15,000. And then there are even scholarships and employer-sponsored training that can also reduce the costs. So, for example, the certificate in cybersecurity, it's a 6-month certificate that costs $7,000, but you do start at 70,000 a year, and there's a 35% projected growth. There's also a Google Data Analytics Professional Certificate with the duration 6 months. The cost is only $300. It's a subscription based though, but the outcome is entry-level job in data analytics that starts at about 65,000 a year. So these steps are gonna work, and I'll tell you why. Researching your desired field, calculating your return on investment or ROI, and considering high ROI certificates you're taking a strategic approach to your career planning. And this is going to ensure that you're not just chasing a degree or a certification, but you're investing in a path that aligns with your goals, your finances, and job market demand. So, would you like to get a degree or you like to go for a certificate? I would love ultimately to hear your answer to that. Type in an answer, click on the links, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Ultimately, I'm here for you, but the right path does depend on you, your goals, your resources, and your willingness to think outside of the traditional college box. So whether it's a degree, a certificate, or another route, what matters most is making informed choices that set you up for long-term success. So here I want to give you a call to action. Let's not forget that if this video helped you think differently about your career options, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more insights on high ROI careers. Check out the links in the description for resources on certifications, vocational programs, and more. And I will see you in the next video.